everyone, and welcome back to my channel and another video. And yes, you can see Winnie the float in the background. We are off for a competition today. So we're off to Adelaide Hills Dressage Club for a dressage competition, and this is the day where we step it up and we are doing a test with a little bit of canter in it. It's only a little bit, it's like one circle each rein, but it's the first time cantering and being judged for it. So I don't know how good it's going to be, but anyway, you got to take that first step, don't you? So Belly is waiting for her breakfast. Belly, I call her Belly, my Bella. And so I'm just going to give them their brekkie and we'll load up, and I'll see you when we get to the grounds. So we have arrived, we're here at the grounds, and I'm just about to start plaiting Bella up. I'm not on till I think about 20 past 10 in my first one, and it's now 8:15, so I've got plenty of time. When we got here, Belly was a little bit freaked out because we had all these white cockatoos. I don't know if you can still hear them in the background. I've got the microphones today. Fingers crossed that they keep working. They have been working. So yeah, these white cockatoos were just everywhere, all over the lawn, all around the arenas. So I took her for a walk around. She was like 2 hands higher and snorting, which is so unusual for her, but yeah, it did freak her out a bit. But she's really chilled now, as you can see in the background. She's just having her breakfast. She had her bucket feed before we left, and now I'm just giving her a hay net. And yeah, I'll get on, start plaiting, and then give myself plenty of time to get ready, get warmed up. I want to do a really good warm up, because I'm determined today to do really, really well. Full disclosure, the dressage test that we're cantering in, which is the Prep 3, which I recommended, and because Mum's on the committee, I had a bit of an inside line, I suppose. But because I want to step up into prelim towards the end of the year or mid-year, I wanted to do the Prep 3 because it has just that little bit of canter in it, so it's a good step up before you go up into the next level. So, but I'm the only one in it, so we're guaranteed at least one blue ribbon, but I am going to set myself a goal that I really want to reach 60% in that test at least. I mean, 65 would be a bonus, but 60% in that test. And that's what I love about dressage. Not only are you competing against other people, but you're also competing against yourself to better your own score, and you can set yourself those goals. So yeah, I'm hoping for a couple of 8s in there maybe for our trot work. Who knows, we'll see what the day brings. But anyway, I'm just grateful and happy to be here once again, back at these beautiful grounds. And yeah, I'm going to clean her up, plait her, I think I've already said that a few times, and get on. So next time I see you, I'll probably be in the saddle. This is Bella and I heading on up to the judge for our first test of the day, which was the Prep 2 test, which is a walk trot only test. So I thought I'd leave this bit in. So for those of you that don't know much about dressage, before you enter the arena, you present yourself to the judge who's sitting in a car at the top of the arena. Sometimes if you have 2 judges, you might have someone in a car on the side of the arena as well, so they get a side view of you doing the test. But in this particular test, we only had 1 judge, and she was sitting up here at the end of the arena at C. So you present yourself to the judge and, you know, just say good morning, and they take down your number and your number that you have on your saddle blanket, and then, or your bridle, and then you head on down. They'll let you know if they have a horn or if they have a bell to let you know when they're ready. So she pretty much, I think, tooted the horn straight away, and in we went for our first test. So this is us up the centre line. And here we halted, and it went a little bit crooked, but never mind. So the score we got for the centre line was a 6, and the comment was halt square, but not on centre line, because she swung her hindquarters out. So up we go to C, and we turn left in this test and trot round. And now she did that really well. I've often had trouble with that top corner there, but she bent around my inside leg quite nicely. And for that track left and the working trot rising, we got a 6.5. So I was really pleased with that. Now we move on to a 20 metre circle, in the middle of the arena, which I have struggled with keeping the size and shape of these circles, but I got some advice from a friend who's also a judge and tried to follow that, and I felt like I got my circle a good shape. So for that circle left 20 metres, we got a 6 and a little unsteady in the head. So she's been a little bit resisting in her work at the moment. So we dropped down to a walk at K, and then it's a medium walk from K around to F, and for that medium walk we got a 6 and no comment. So when we get round here to F, she has a lovely walk on a long rein, on a free walk, and we got a 6.5 for this with no comment. So she's stretching down quite nicely there. She does give a little head shake as soon as I give the reins away, so I'm not sure how to combat that because I'm not real keen on that. So we'll have to work on that in our work at home, I think. So here we collect the reins up. So I was mindful to be quite soft with my hand as I collect the reins up because she has been a bit resisting in her mouth. I've actually got the dentist coming, but that's a whole different thing. And here she's above the bit going into the trot. So that wasn't a fabulous transition, but for the medium walk, we actually got a 7, good difference shown. And for that between H and C, working trot rising, we got a 6, which wasn't too bad actually. Now we move on to the second 20-metre circle in the middle of the arena and circle right at B. And we got a 6 for this with no comment. I actually felt that circle was a little bit better. She is still a little bit above the bit there. But then we move on down and look how lovely and straight she is. So normally she would swing her hindquarters in, but I've been working really hard on the straightness and I was really, really happy with that. And up the centre line, which I think I hit it fairly bang on. I don't think I was too far over. Although the judge did write could have turned a little earlier. So a 6.5 for that centre line. And I felt that was a better halt. She didn't quite swing out as much. So big pats, very, very happy. She was a very good girl. And the rhythm I felt was very good. So the collective marks on the back for the paces, freedom and regularity, we got a 6.5. Impulsion, we got a 6.5 for the suppleness and impulsion. I was pleased with that. Submission, only a 6 because she was resistant. And my rider position, I got a 6.5. So that was also very good. And the comments we got was encourage horse to bend on curves, circles and in corners. Keeping outside rein steady, except per half halts. It's hard to read their writing. Half halts may encourage better head carriage. Steadier head carriage. And give in the jaw and pole. Good effort. So I was happy with that. So yes, the outside rein, which obviously is my right rein, as we all know, I struggle with that. So I need to keep a steadier contact on that right rein. So all in all, very, very good test. Well, that went pretty well. We had a little bit of tension in places and she's coming above the bit, but I was trying really, really hard to work on all the things that Lucy taught me about keeping her more supple, using my inner thigh to lift and move her rib cage over and to get her straighter down the straight lines. And I was really happy. I would have already done a voiceover, so you would have already heard how happy I was. But here on the day, you can see my excitement. So we went out there looking fantastic in a new hat and new brow band, which I've already taken off. So Belle's just having a little bit more hay. I will unsaddle her now, and because we've got about an hour before the next test, which is the one with Canter. And apparently another competitor is going to join in, so there'll be 2 of us in the class. So that's exciting. But like I said, I'm really aiming to get at least 60% in both tests. I'd like to have, I would like to have done a little bit better in that one. I would have liked her to have been a little bit more round and holding the frame. But in saying that, her rhythm I felt was really good. So I'll be, like I said, you would have already heard what the scores were, but I'll be interested to see what the scores are when I get my test sheet back. So I'll, get on and unsaddle Miss Belly Boop. I didn't bring any carrots over, but she does deserve a carrot, and I'll give her a little bit of a a wash down because she's got a little bit sweaty. It's a gorgeous day today. The sun is shining, no wind. It's just spectacular. Thanks for watching part one of our January dressage competition day. So I'm out here doing an outro a few days later. So I was talking to a friend of mine about how I struggle to edit my competition vlogs. Well, most of my vlogs, they always end up too long and I feel like people probably tune out after a while. So I'm trying to keep them shorter. So she suggested that I break this down into 2 parts. So that's what we've done. So on the day, I didn't intend to do a 2-parter. So that's why it ended quite abruptly at the competition day. But if you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, then you'll be notified when when I put out part 2, and you can see the end of January competition day. So until we meet again, I hope you stay safe, stay well, and remember to enjoy those little moments in life. Bye for now.